Hey rhythm guitar rockers, this is Mark from rhythmguitarlessons.net, and today I have a video for you about using simple three-string triads on your three skinniest strings, and we're going to add one note to that to make a melody line, and we're going to change the chords that we're playing or the triads that we're playing, and we're going to imply a chord change, but it's going to be very melodic. We're first going to use a major triad shape, and I'll tell you which finger we're going to add so we have an additional note that we play occasionally. And then we're going to use the minor triad shapes, and we're going to do the same thing. And we're going to develop a whole chord progression that sounds melodic, but you still get to hear the chord progression being played. So we're going to be using two basic triad shapes that happen or occur on your skinniest three strings. The first one is going to be a minor triad shape, and all you're going to do is take one finger and put it across three strings. So in this particular example, I'm putting it across the 5th fret. That is an A minor chord. So for the next shape, we're going to have our first finger across the E and the B string again, except we're going to have our second finger on the G string. So in this particular location, we're playing a C major triad. So that would be my second finger on the 9th fret, my first finger on the B string on the 8th fret, and my first finger on the 8th fret on the high E string. So we basically have two shapes. One finger across all three strings, and then we have two fingers across 2 frets across those three strings. So those are the two basic shapes that we're going to be using for this particular video. So we're going to take a chord progression. A minor, C major, E minor, okay? That's all we're gonna play. A minor, C major, E minor, okay? So we're gonna take those two basic shapes and we're gonna add one finger to them. So going to our A minor shape on the 5th fret with our first finger across all three, I'm going to occasionally add my pinky here 3 frets away onto the 8th fret. And then, when I'm going to be making that C major shape, I'm actually going to be adding a finger onto the 10th fret, which is only 2 frets higher than where my first finger is on the high E. And we're going to add it and take it off. Now, we can also take our pinky and go really high, 1, 2, 3, 4 frets higher than where my first finger is. So I could either add a finger onto the 10th fret, or I can add a finger onto the 12th fret. Totally up to you. You could use both of them in combination with each other. So, like I said before, A minor, first finger across 5 strings, add a pinky, high E string to the 8th fret. Now, when it comes to doing the E minor, we're going to take the same shape that we had on the 5th fret, and we're just going to move it up to the 12th fret. That's an E minor in that location, same shape. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add our pinky 3 frets higher than where my first finger is on the 12th fret. So that means it's going to be playing on the 15th fret. So here's our chord progression again. We're going to play the E minor twice. So. So now we're going to take our triads and we're going to follow the same chord progression. Here's our A minor, C major, E minor. Now we could either strum or we can arpeggiate, adding those fingers and taking them off. Sounds very melodic. You still hear the chord progression going on. This is an excellent thing to do if you're playing with more than one guitar player and somebody's just sitting there holding down playing regular chords. You could add melodic chord melody to that simple chord progression and make it sound super complex. So just a quick recap. Remember, we could take these simple 3-note, 3-string triad chords, and we can add a finger and take a finger away to the two shapes, the major shape and the minor shape. And if we add and take away the correct notes, we can create these melodic lines using chords, and you could use that in combination with another rhythm player, or you can actually use these in another location of the song instead of just playing the simple strumming pattern that you may typically do. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell. Remember, always have fun with your guitar, and I'll see you in the next video. If you like that video, you're going to love this brand new e-guide that's totally free. The link is in this video's description, or you can go to rhythmguitarlessons.net/capital P, lowercase r, lowercase o.